Hello, good afternoon and welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Sagarika Mitra. India's first all-electric ride, that was BluSmart, once celebrated as a green transport revolution, now lies in complete disarray. Why? Their cabs are stranded, their employees are clueless, and the founders allegedly are MIA or missing in action. The promoters of BluSmart, the Jaggi brothers, Anmol and Puneet Jaggi, are accused of siphoning off loan funds meant for the company. They are accused of misleading investors, misleading lenders and regulators. The interim order from the SEBI not only restricts them from accessing capital markets but also prevents them from holding key positions in any listed company for the time being. Now recently, the SEBI in a 29-page order outlined an elaborate financial web involving shell companies, circular fund flows and forged documents, all of it pointing to a calculated attempt to loot Gensol's coffers while duping lenders, credit rating agencies and nearly more than 110,000 public shareholders. Now, as per the SEBI, EV loans for BluSmart were spent on uber luxurious flats in Gurugram and on foreign trips among other luxuries. The SEBI order in essence goes on to highlight how, while positioning themselves as clean tech poster boys, Jaggi brothers use Gensol Engineering as their personal piggy bank. Times Now is on the trail of the Jaggi brothers. Our special investigation team is spread across cities in the country, uncovering the extent of the alleged scam, one layer after another. Times Now's Priyank Tripathi found out how just 2 days ago, Puneet Jaggi, one of the promoters of Gensol and BluSmart, was last seen at the corporate office in Gurugram. This was just a day before he officially stepped down from his role as managing director. Some questions are being raised with regards to the timing of his presence in the corporate office. Some people are raising doubts over the fact that if he was there one day before stepping down, is it possible that some key documents were taken away by him? Watch this report filed by Priyank.
अनमोल सर नहीं आते, कौन आया था अभी हाल फिलहाल में, क्या बता आपने? पुनीत जग्गी आए थे और अनमोल जी नहीं आए थे। और उनके अलावा कौन है आप मैनेजमेंट में?
वो तो पहले पुनीत गोयल, वो तो बहुत दिन है, वो वैसे भी कम ही आते थे यहाँ पे।
हाँ, तो यहाँ पे बाकी स्टाफ भी आना बंद कर दिया?
वो तो होली की जब छुट्टी पड़ती है ना,
हाँ,
तो ठीक
तब से बंद कर दिया। मतलब जब इंक्वायरी शुरू हुई, जब रिपोर्ट आई उसके बाद से होली की छुट्टी।
सर सीधी सी बात ये है, ऑफिस खाली हो गया, 15 दिन के अंदर
यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है। तो कितने स्टाफ थे यहाँ पे पहले?
यहाँ पे सर 450-500 का आसपास।
बाप। तो कंपनी का कैब वुब चल रही है, तो ऑपरेशन यहीं से होता था?
ऑपरेशन यहाँ से नहीं होता सर।
हाँ, यहाँ
पे जो टेक टीम बैठती है ना,
हाँ,
वो बैठती थी, ऑपरेशन के सीनियर पर्सन लेवल के बंदे बैठते थे। बाकी हबों में होता है ऑपरेशन टीम।
कहाँ पे?
हबों में, हब होते हैं ना हमारे,
हाँ, हाँ,
वहाँ पे।
टेक टीम आना भी बंद कर दिया?
हाँ सर, वो होली के जो छुट्टी पड़ती है तभी से।
Priyank has filed that report. He was there at the corporate office of Gensol in Gurugram. He tried speaking to people, but since nobody was ready to come on camera, he kept his candid camera rolling, and a security manager revealed that how the promoters, one of them was present just a few days ago in the premises of the corporate office. Before I go across to both Priyank and Shivam, let me go across to Neha. She's reporting from the Bengaluru airport, which is one of the, which used to be at one point of time one of BluSmart's most, busiest locations. Neha, take us through what you're seeing around you today.
Well, yes, rightly said. Of course, what used to earlier be an extremely busy junction over here at the Bengaluru airport, for BluSmart, today bears a very deserted look here. You'd be able to see there's no staff here, there are no cabs here. We spoke to many of the other drivers from the other private, taxi operators who say that all of the drivers were asked to, wind down their operations. And since last morning, that's in fact, since Thursday morning, there have been no cabs here at this very BlueSmart pickup zone of the airport. What we're of course also hearing from the other drivers over here is that as of now, there is no clarity, there's no certainty for any of these drivers, hundreds of them who used to of course work for the company here, that as far as of course acquisition by any bigger players in the market is concerned, there's been no sort of clarity for them right now. Passengers, many of course, who had been coming here to this very zone and inquiring also about, these cabs. Remember, they were quite popular, at least from the airport and to the airport in Bengaluru city. While they didn't have too many intercity operations, it was mostly, of course, to and from the airport that they used to operate. And now, of course, it bears a very deserted look here. A few of the drivers whom we, of course, spoke to as well around here say that many of the drivers had not been paid their salaries, also reportedly for a few months, which is why it had, in fact, of course, run into, of course, a bad state at the airport, is what the drivers here inform.
And let's also not forget that it's these drivers who powered BlueSmart. Before I go across to Priyank, let's also play out that report that he filed from earlier today, because the staff hasn't been informed about the exit of the top bosses. The staff of BlueSmart clearly worried taking their future. Priyank filed this exclusive report from outside the corporate office of Genzol. He's reporting from there. We'll go to him, but take a look at this report.
Soon after the investigation started, now the company, which is known as Genzol, has left his Gurgaon office. This is the prime location property at the capital space where the tech team of the company used to sit, and you can see that every employee has left this particular location. This is a very scary visual which is certainly establishing that how Post-Holi the staff stopped coming. What we have got to know that one of the Jaggi brother came to this particular office 2 days back before he resigned from the post of the managing director of this particular company. This is certainly very worrying for all those staff who were working for this particular company. You can see in the visuals, the empty offices clearly establishing that what is going to be the fate of the company. The employees are certainly worried that what will happen. There have been several individuals also who are worried about this fact that how come this particular startup, which was considered to be one of the very important startup, is on this verge of shutting down. This is a location where you can see that the company's office is certainly shut. We cannot certainly say that how long the company will actually operate from this particular base. But after management has resigned, after the MDs have resigned, it is very scary situation for most of the employees because the MDs are allegedly involved in a financial fraud.
For employees, there is uncertainty that's looming, but still the bigger question remains, where are the promoters? Priyank, you've been on their trail, you've been trying to get in a word, dialing some numbers, trying to get in touch with other, people with regards to their management. What is the latest? Where are the promoters?
No clue about them because, Sagarika, what we have got to know that a day before they resigned from the post of the managing directors, one of the brother, Puneet Jaggi, had visited the office, which is certainly an alarming thing. Because post-Holi, what we have got to know that the employees, most of the employees have been told not to report to the work, and you could also see that the technical office, the technical support base office of this particular BlueSmart is certainly shut down. There is no operation which is happening. That's why it is very alarming. Salary of most of the security personnel have also not been paid over the period of last 1.5 months. So they are also worried that what will be the future of these employees who have been working day and night for the working of this particular company, which was which emerged as the best startup in India. Women were used to feel safe. The kind of facility which was provided by this company was certainly at a very executive level. Now the fact of the matter is that what was the need of Puneet Jaggi going to this office? Because this is a company which is already looking forward that there could be a possible ED investigation in this particular case, looking at the manner in which false documents were given to SEBI investigation, and also the manner in which money has been siphoned off, and there was a money laundering which can also be seen. None of the golf kits, Sagarika, cost of 25 lakh which has been mentioned in this. How is it possible that when these banks had given loan to this company, it was used for their personal gains? So there are several things which are indicating that there could be a possible probe. And the presence of the Jaggis at the corporate office where the documents were there is certainly looking very fishy to me.
Yes. loan amount used by the promoters as their own piggy bank. Shivam, be with us, because it's not just about the corporate offices. Even the company's operations on the ground have collapsed. Our teams are visiting all the charging hubs to get you a sense of what uncertainty looks like for the employees. We are at the charging hubs, the pickup points, the co-working spaces, and what we've been finding out through the day is how it's so shocking, because here is a report that is filed by Times Now's Shivam from one of the BluSmart's busiest pickup booths, that is at the Delhi's airport. There was a time when thousands of rides used to operate from here daily, and now there is a poster that says temporary halt. Take a look at this report.
We are currently reporting from the charging hub of BluSmart cab services. Now, this was the place from where the cabs, the BluSmart cabs, used to be charged. This is one of the hubs in the NCR. The entire place is jam-packed with all the cabs, all the BluSmart cabs with their, iconic, the title logo with, blue B with the symbol of electric in between. And here you are seeing the क्या दिक्कत है सर?
यहाँ ब्रेक दिए हैं।
क्या ब्रेक दिए हैं? बोलो बोलो।
हम लोग को ऐसे परमिशन नहीं दे सकते हैं ना।
हम अंदर नहीं आ रहे हैं, मैं अंदर आ रहा हूँ सर, मैं बाहर रोड से कर रहा हूँ ना, बाहर
रोड से कर रहे हैं तो गाड़ी का मत लीजिए।
क्यों गाड़ी का क्यों ना ले सर?
हम लोग को कोई परमिशन नहीं मिला, हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, बात करेगा अगर ऑर्डर आएगा तो हम लोग माना नहीं, हमें ऑर्डर कर रहा पूछ रहा हूँ ना।
कौन मना कर रहा है मुझे बताइए ना, कौन मना कर रहा है?
माना कोई नहीं कर, मैं अपना परमिशन ले रहा हूँ।
कहाँ आने का ऑर्डर है सर? अंदर नहीं आ रहा हूँ मैं। Am I reporting from inside? किसने ऑर्डर दिया है यहाँ पे आने के लिए? आने के लिए, यहाँ पे वीडियो बनाने के लिए? हाँ, हम न्यूज चैनल से हैं सर। हम चैनल है तो आपको किसी घर में जाकर बना दो। घर में नहीं जा रहा हूँ, मैं रोड पे हूँ। ये रोड पे हो तो सर ऐसे अलाउड नहीं है। ठीक है, कौन बोल रहा है अलाउड नहीं है? कोई भी बोले। आपको किसने बोला अलाउड? आपको किसने बोला बनाने के लिए? मैं यहाँ से रिपोर्ट करूंगा इस कंपनी के ऊपर। ग्राफ चार्जेस है, करप्शन चार्जेस है। कंपनी में बात कीजिए ना। So here you see the people, the workers who are working inside have stopped the Times Now from reporting, from actually shooting the visuals from inside as well. They have said that we are not allowed. However, we are standing on the road. We have not entered the property. We have not entered the BluSmart property. From the past 2 days or from the past 24 hours, these vehicles have been stranded inside now.
Where did 262 crores go? Shivam, you were there. You were trying to get us a report from one of the charging booths. We saw what happened with you. But also, as a course, in the course of your reporting, what did you find out when you tried speaking to the drivers, when you tried speaking to other employees?
Sagarika, it seems like there are two different worlds. One on the opposite side of the gate, which we have captured in this particular video, and the other people, the drivers who were on this side of the gate. It seems like the people who were on that side of the gate were alerted after seeing the camera and the mic, but the people who actually wanted help, the people who were actually clueless, the drivers, wanted to talk to us. Obviously, for a security concern, because they were concerned about their jobs. Most of them didn't come on the camera, but a lot of them have said that they don't even know what is going on. They have no idea about how Mr. Jaggi, the founders, the promoters have resigned from the job. In fact, a lot of them were shocked when Times Now told them that yes, the Jaggi brothers have basically resigned and there's a charges of corruption. What they have been told is that the company is going into audit and from Monday everything will be back to normal. So they will be in the situation where they were hoping that because since it's a long weekend, on Monday everything will be normal for all the drivers. However, when we told them, they were telling us that they have been kept in complete dark. They have absolutely no idea about what was going on. One interesting thing that we got to know after talking to the driver was that unlike all other cab services where you get commission on per ride, here the BluSmart has given a kind of a salary model where they are getting fixed month for every day, for fixed share for every day. So if they are removed from the job, if their keys of the cabs are taken and they have been told not to come, it is the family, it is those people who are suffering, because a lot of them are the sole bread earners. They are not from the Delhi, they are not from the NCR region, they have come from different states and they send the money to their respective states as well. So while they are in complete dark, there is uncertainty about their particular future, what will happen to them, what will happen to the company, will they be called again, what will happen to the cars. They are all, they are just basically blank.
Right. Okay. So let's now break down what the SEBI found out, and this is just one part of the SEBI's finding. As per the SEBI, Gensol Engineering took a loan of 71.41 crore from IREDA and transferred about 26 crore from its own account. These funds worth 97 crores were then later transferred to Go Auto, a car dealership firm related to the company. Now, Go Auto then goes ahead and spends about 50 crores to, Cambridge Ventures, a firm controlled by Anmol Singh Jaggi himself. Bank statements of Cambridge Ventures LLP then further showed that it receives about 70 crores in 2023 from Go Auto and 50 crores in October 2022, which was then partly utilized for acquiring an apartment in a super luxurious society in Gurugram. Here's a report filed from outside that uber luxurious, super rich Gurugram society.
We are currently reporting from Gurgaon, and behind me you can see this ultra luxurious building containing, flats and apartments worth crores of rupees. And one of these apartments also belongs to the former founder and promoter of Jinsol as well as BluSmart, Anmol Jaggi. Now remember, SEBI report came up and it has alleged that Mr. Jaggi has siphoned off money from the funds raised for the company to buy personal bucks and to buy a flat in this particular area which is worth more than 40 crore rupees. Now the average price of this particular area of one flat, which is 3 BHK, 4 BHK, 5 BHK, starts from 40 to 50. However, the money which he bought the flat was basically siphoned off from the funds that came for Jinsol and as well as the BluSmart agencies. Not just that, the money has also gone to other sources, be it paying for the trip, lakhs of rupees for the trip, be it transferring the money to the account of Anmol Jaggi's mother as well as other family members, also paying for the Titan watches, the golf course. So these are all the ultra luxurious expenses made by Mr. Jaggi, by the Jaggi brothers, in name of raising money for the electric vehicles, which never came. So far, BluSmart has also stopped functioning at the airport and other part as well.
Hina is also joining us. Hina, for the uninitiated, for those who are just coming to terms with the details of the SEBI's report on BluSmart, how would you describe what exactly is happening and what next when it comes to those who are feeling uncertain? What's the larger message to the startup community now that the SEBI has put its spotlight on the BluSmart scandal?
Well, Sagarika, there are many layers to this scandal, if I can call it, as far as this entire BluSmart saga is concerned. It has shocked the entire country because there are several layers attached to it. One, as far as India's startup ecosystem is concerned, Sagarika, it's third largest in the entire world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has spoken about India's startup ecosystem to investors across the world. And here we have an example which is in fact showing us erosion of trust, because money that was taken as loan to purchase the electric vehicles for BluSmart, that money was allegedly diverted for personal indulgences. So that's one, erosion of trust. Second, this also is like a blot on the startups and the innovation that's happening. It raises many questions because just a couple of days ago we had Union Minister Piyush Goyal raising questions on the direction that our startups are taking today. He tried to show them a mirror, and then soon after that we have a case like this coming out. Now you tell me, Sagarika, after this case coming out in the open like this of a promising company, BluSmart as a brand was emerging as a promising brand in the electric vehicle space, in the cab service space, because it gave a very tough competition to the likes of Ola and Uber. Their cabs used to be quite dirty. That's what most of us have experienced. BluSmart's cab, even though they were expensive, we used to prefer those because they were cleaner, drivers were better, etc., etc. So perception was wise also. BluSmart was emerging as a very interesting brand. Now tomorrow, if a new company wants to approach banks or public finance institutions for loan, they all will be seen with a lens of suspicion, because look what the founders have done here. And third important aspect is the impact on livelihoods. One, of course, is the impact on the livelihoods of employees, thousands and lakhs of employees. Apart from that, the drivers left in the lurch suddenly. 8,000 odd drivers are there only in Delhi NCR. Similar number is there in Bengaluru as well. And they don't know what's going to happen because there were many more incentives while working with BluSmart as compared to Ola and Uber. A lot of them shifted to BluSmart because they felt lives were getting better. But everything came, got shattered in just a few days.
So from investor faith to the future of employees, to also the livelihood of drivers who associated themselves with a brand today. There are multiple questions that are now being raised. Thank you, Hina, for putting that into perspective. Times Now's Rucha has also filed a report from Genzol's Pune EV plant. Now, this plant also shut down abruptly. There are hundreds of workers who've been left in the lurch. Our investigation from this very plant has revealed how only 14 vehicles were manufactured in 2 years. Employees here were asked not to come, to duty, not to report from the 16th of March. I beg your pardon, from the 18th of March. Here's Rucha's report.
The BluSmart cabs were liked by the passengers of Mumbai, Bangalore and Delhi for its luxurious rides. Now, this was the first company to introduce fully electric vehicle service to the passengers, and the people liked their services unless their founders were caught in the trouble. Puneet Jaggi and Anmol Jaggi, both the brothers, are now under investigation of SEBI for the frauds that they have made in their main company, Genzol Electric Vehicle Private Limited. I am currently present at their plant, which is located at Pune's Siphoned. This is the premises of the Genzol Electric Vehicles Private Limited, and since almost a week, this company has been shut down. We tried to speak with the security guards here and workers. There's nobody to be found here. All the shutters of the company, of the plant, are now shut, and since past few days this entire company is closed. On 9th of April of this month, National Stock Exchange person had come here to verify what kind of company is this and what kind of operations are currently going on here, and they found out when they checked the electricity bill of past 12 months that very few, only 1,57,000 rupees of bill was generated in the month of December, stating that there was no kind of work happening here, no manufacturing activity at the plant site was recorded. Now, this entire property is a leased property, and when we spoke with the security persons, they said that this company has been operational since 3.5 years, and since 3.5 years, manufacturing and assembling of the vehicles is happening here.
Times Now is leading the coverage on the BluSmart scandal. I'd like to thank all my colleagues for filing their exclusive reports and also for reporting and getting us a sense of what exactly is happening with regards to the future of the employees now, because the focus now is on investor confidence, the focus now is on the future of these employees and obviously the drivers as well. With that, taking a short break, we'll be back with more news and updates.